Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of mines, and it's under the command of Bunnynuts. And we can't see the equipment, but we can certainly see she's got Coca-Cola. Game on! Well, those of you who know, Bunnynuts is the daughter of Jazz, and Jazz was the daughter of Sir Rusty, yes, the gentleman who wrote the skins for a lot of the Arty that we use, and he's actually still in the business. Well, Bunnynuts has actually found out that there's a number of accounts that her mother, Jazz, actually had, and, well, she's found these accounts. She's going to start using them, and I think she's actually going to be known as Nightshade Bunny, or something very similar when she uses some of these accounts. These accounts have actually already got tags on them, and so yes, Bunnynuts is going to be under various names from now on. Well, the Arty she's using at the moment's got a 155mm howitzer. It's capable of 500 alpha, and it will penetrate 39mm of armor, and it's got a 6.7 meter burst radius with 6.5 or 10.5 seconds of stun. She's dialing in on that position because there's possibly somebody behind there. Shell went off to one side, to the right. I think it's more likely that you're going to see an enemy tank right at the end of the rock, because, oh, she was right. There was an Arty there. Yep, she was correct, and she scared that Arty out of that position. Gonna give it another go, I think. That guy is not happy. He has lost some hit points, so I think her last shell might have actually done a bit of splash damage. That shell hit the rocks, though, unfortunately, and he's just fired, so I wonder if he's going to stay there. Jazz has actually sent us in 2 replays, so we can actually have a look at her skill is improving. Oh, she got another one. 69 hit points from that shot. She splashed him, landed the shell next to him. So he is getting the message. He's pulling back, actually. Gonna give it another go. Rounds out. And she's killed the SU-8. Brilliant work. So she's got her first kill in the game, and it's one of her the enemy Arty. There's still another one out there, a Hummel, and so she'll probably go for that one too. And she's loaded. Rounds out on the T150. She gets a hit. Enemy Nashorn dies in the background. We're 3 up on the enemy at the moment. She's having a good game. Now, as you know, the M44 has been very badly nerfed by wargaming. It was just too popular, and loads of people were playing it and getting great results on the enemy. And well, a lot of players didn't like getting hit by the M44, which is a pity, really, because it was a really good Arty to play with. Based on the Walker Bulldog, it's got a mount which actually meant that you could swivel the howitzer around 30 degrees either side of the center line, and it used to have a very fast reload, which meant that it could actually reload once every 16 seconds or thereabouts, and that meant that it could fire a lot of damage at the enemy. Well, Bunnynuts fired that round, pulled back after she fired, and she missed the shell, or missed the target altogether. You need to be careful you don't disturb your aim by accidentally pulling back or making a movement which disturbs your chance of hitting the target. And she's scrolling a lot around to try and get on target. There is a way of actually moving the aim or the view so that you can see the enemy targets very quickly. And to do that, you hold down the control key on the left-hand side of the keyboard, and then that will bring the cursor up on the screen, so you can then move the cursor about, and then you move the cursor over the part of the mini-map that you want to see, the area on the map, and then you right click on the mouse and it will take you there straight away. That's the way you do it. Now there is an enemy Arty. It's the last enemy there. There he is. And he's just taking fire. Bunnynuts fired. She got quite a lot of damage out of that last shot. And the Hummel goes down. Here's the end of battle results, and that was the third class tanker for Bunnynuts in the M44. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, it's showing 4, but she must have got 5, otherwise she wouldn't get the medal. And her win rate from that one was 1,053, which is just good. But she is improving rapidly. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see that she was way down the table with only 603 hit points of damage. And the high score was actually the AMD 178B with 1,379, followed by the Stuttgart Aslains B, or G rather, who got 1,326. And in third place, the T150 on the enemy team, one of the tanks she hit, and he had 1,210 hit points of damage. And of course, Bunnynuts only 603. But when it came to kills, she's actually in third place because the top scorer was the VK3002M with 3 kills, so did the Churchill 3. And the VK3001H, and he got a Leather Slaves medal as well. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 2 kills. And yes, there's Bunny with just 1 kill. And by the way, it's Nightshade Bunny is the new name that she's going to be operating under just as soon as she's joined the clan. She's joining Olymp alongside Talon 1958 and Angelina 75. And of course myself. And when it comes to base XP, we can see that Bunnynuts is way down 511, but don't let that fool you because it will go up massively in the future. 1,024 went to the Churchill 3. VK3002M got 827, and in third place we can see it was the AMD 178B with 783. The A43 in the team got the Scout medal out of that game as well. Bunnynuts fired 8 rounds, only 8. But she got 2 direct hits on 1 penetrating shot and 5 splash. Well, I'm pretty sure that the penetrating shot actually went to the SU-8. Let's have a look. Yes, it was. She got a direct hit on him after that shot. He pulled back into cover, but she actually worked out where he was, fired the round in on that spot, and it went right through the enemy. So she claimed her kill in style. Let's have a look at the rest of the detail. She also got 603, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 3 at the enemy, killed 1, and got 104 hit points of stun assist off 5 stuns. On a premium count, he actually made 93,281 credits in that game. Huge amount, which is 95,000 credit bonus for completing a mission, and 1,533 experience points out of the game as well. That is an absolutely massive total for a game where you only fire 8 rounds. So very, very good in terms of boosting her credit scores. But as I said, Bunnynuts sent in more than 1 battle. So let's have a look at the second one. The second battle is on the north spawn of Steppes, and this time Bunnynuts is in the Gorilla, the tier 5 German SPG. Game on. 15cm howitzer based on the same hull as the Panzer 38T. It's actually quite a good little arty. It does have a very narrow arc though, and a lot of players find it difficult to follow targets when they move fast because it can only go 5 degrees either side of the center line. So you have to keep moving a lot if the target's moving fast. Now, it's a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it, so she's top tier. The alpha, by the way, is 480, 38mm pen, 6.7 meters on the burst radius, between 6.5 and 10.5 seconds of stun. She's aiming for the east side of the map at the moment because she's expecting the enemy tanks to suddenly appear on that corner. And our guys are moving to a position where they might actually spot the enemy. And no, they haven't come into sight. Now, something you do have to worry about with this Arty is it doesn't have a very long range. It won't go the entire range of the map, but it is a very accurate Arty. And in fact, the shells will go up very high and come down very hard on the enemy. And you've just seen the tank that she attacked, the Stug 3 Ausrüstung B, get killed by one of her teammates, a KB1, but after she hit him. So she's picked up a load of stun assists off that one. 205 from the hit, 84 from the stun assist. Now, it does mean that because it doesn't have a full range, you sometimes have to move a bit closer to the enemy if you want to get shots on them. It also helps to know where the enemy might be, so you can actually shoot at spots where you think they might be hiding. She's trying to dial in on that DW2. And she did get it close enough to get some stun, and she's got stun assist out of that one as well. Now, it's an enemy tank much closer now, an M4A1. It's coming up the trench in the middle of the map. It's not a trench, actually, a gully. She's almost fully dialed in. Oh, she nukes him with one round. That hit the engine deck, and he was toast. Very well done. Standard reload, 22.53 seconds. Angelina, it's Bunnynuts. It's got 19.4. Just next to him, splashed him for 98. Now, if she can do the same, she's knocked his tracks off, but of course he'll fix his tracks before she can get the second shell out. There you go, tracks are back on, and he's pulling back. She lines the shot up just in case he pulls back a little further. Unfortunately, he didn't. Now, her teammates are up by 5 at the moment, or she is up by 5. She's got her first kill, of course, that M4A1. I think she's going to now try and shoot at the heavy tanks that are on the west side of the map, and this might really work in her favour, because those guys are going to have to move slowly, bit by bit, otherwise they could actually get picked off. Our guys are backing up a bit. Look at that, first shot, right on target, 453, which is a penetrating round on the Matilda. And she's off moving again. Now, the enemy Arty in this game is an M41 HMC, and one of the reasons why she would want to relocate is that that guy can fire over the entire range of the map. So if he works out where her tracer is coming from, he could actually hit her, even if he was hiding right at the back of the map at the other end of the battlefield. Okay, she's now looking at a Stug near their cap area. You notice how slowly it dials in. That's why you need to get the gun laying drive to get it to dial in faster. Oh, that was a direct hit. She definitely hit the Stug there. Right on target. You can see that KV-1's constantly taking fire. She's loaded. She shoots. And we don't know if she scored, but the enemy died just afterwards, so I think she did pick stun assist off that one. And the Stug 3 that she fired at earlier has now died as well. Well, there's only 4 enemies left now. 2 heavy tanks, 1 medium, and their Arty. And there's one of their heavy tanks, the Excelsior. He's hiding on that spot, on that corner, shooting at our guys. Well, she's maximum range, but she's going to shoot it in and gets a direct hit, of course. I say she's maximum range. She's not quite maximum range, but that would mean a flat reticule, which would make it go into a single line. But he's far enough away that the shell is going right up into the sky and coming down almost vertically on that Excelsior. It'll change from an ovoid into a flat line at maximum range. He fires another one. And another direct hit. And he dies immediately afterwards. So she got the stun assist off that one too. T28 moving about. Now he's got very thin armor. So the shell from Bunnynuts is going to go straight through him. But we just capped out. And that's the end of the game, unfortunately. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tank for Bunnynuts in the Gorilla. And you can tell it was her first-class tanker because she got the scrolls underneath, and you only get that the first time you've got that level of mastery. So first class, she got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. She managed to get, well, I have to put my glasses on to see 11 out of that one. And she also got a Confederate, and it's the first Confederate she's ever had as well. She said so in the text. Yes, she's never had a Confederate on this Arty before. First of many. She will have a lot more. And her win rate was 3,739, which is Super Unicum standard. So yes, she's getting there. Once you get to Unicum standard, you pump out these replays on a regular basis, and you really do terrorize the enemy. You get great results. You're always one of the top players in the battle, and other players actually owe you because sometimes you save them from a fate worse than death. You actually win the game for them simply by pumping out as much damage as you can. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, the highest damage in this game actually went to the KV-1 on our team, 1,959 hit points of damage. The KV-1 got the high caliber. Second highest, the Striv M42 managed 1,741 hit points. And in third place, it's Bunnynuts with the Confederate getting 1,591. So third on this game. When it came to kills, though, Bunnynuts only got the 1, but the top scorer was the KV-1 on our team with 4 kills. 2 kills for the Striv M42 and the VK3001H. And because Bunnynuts got 1 kill and nobody else... so she was alongside 4 other players on her own team, 2 on the enemy. So she's got third place on the number of kills as well. And when it came to base XP, she's in third place again because 841 went to the KV-1, 813 went to the Striv M42, and 693 went to Bunnynuts. So 2/3 in this game, or 3/3 actually, if you think about it, because yes, she was third on damage as well. So yeah, it was a third kind of game. But she will get much, much better after those results. Let's have a look at detail. She fired only 10 rounds in this game, but she got 6 direct hits and 2 penetrating shots, 7 splash. 1,591 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 1, and did 360 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns. On a premium count, she actually made 108,226 credits out of that game, including a 90,000 mission completion bonus and 5,197 experience points as well. The game didn't last very long, 6 minutes and 9 seconds, but she did have a big impact on this game. Now, who did she actually penetrate? She penetrated 2. Which ones do you think she actually penetrated? Well, I would have thought the Matilda, because one of the shells came right down on top of the guy. Yes, look at that. 1 pen, 453 hit points of damage went down on him. And the other one was the M4A1. That one hit the rear of his tank. And look at that, 272 hit points, went through his engine deck, and he got a pen there as well. And that was a kill on that one. So Bunnynuts is getting better. But remember, Nightshade Bunny from now on. She's got more than one account, so you might find her out there. And yes, this is going to get interesting because now we'll be able to judge how well Bunnynuts has improved by the performance she sends in. So gradually over time, she will get up to Jazz's skill and of course her grandfather's skill as Sir Rusty. He hasn't actually sent us a replay for a long time, but yes, he is very skilled at Arty. We do know that. So hope you enjoyed these 2 replays. If you did, please give this video a like and thank you for watching.